New episode.
Yeah,
I feel like
we're talking about content. Right?
Yeah, we keep circling back to content, but it's like content is such an everlasting changing thing that we need to hit on it. So many docs are wasting and losing a lot of money submitting the wrong content, or docs are just running ads with like really bad content, and the content has just got to get better. I mean, there's thousands of dollars a month that could be wasted, if not more, depending on how much you're spending on ads, ad spend, everything. It's like, doesn't matter how good the content actually is if the way it's shot is not attention grabbing.
Yeah, one mistake I see a lot is like these offices or any business in general, they'll pay for like really high production, like really, well produced videos. It's drop like thousands of dollars, get these like 2, 3, 4 maybe awesome videos, maybe it's a series. But then it's almost like they don't know what to do with them. It's like, all right, I have these awesome videos, hopefully these help run my office better. But then they're like, oh, what do I actually do with these? Because they're like pretty like either solid, nice story, but they're just like, they're not really great for ads.
Yeah,
so.
I was actually driving here. I called one of our new clients that started, and he was like, hey, I actually had this awesome like high footage professional point of view or production done on a tour of our practice like 3-4 years ago. And I was like, that's great, we'll test it out, but at the same time redo it an organic feel. And he's like, why would I redo it if it's like I can't match it at all? I was like, exactly. And I tried to explain it, and the best way I could explain it was the difference between fabrication and an organic feel that's the difference in the trust that is going to be seen. So when you see a purely perfect, fabricated, wonderful video about the mission of the business and so on and so forth, it's like, that was planned on what to say, so that's not actually the real person. You know what I mean?
Yep. Someone wrote a script and was like, all right, let's film.
How many takes did you do to get that one phrase and that voiceover versus a very organic walkthrough and talk about it? Man, gosh, if I bumped into the wall while doing a tour of my my chiropractic practice, I would say keep that in there because that's hilarious.
Yep.
I think one time and I did a tour of one of our practices, and my wife had a bunch of plants everywhere. And I was like, yeah, my wife has like a lot of plants. She likes to put plants everywhere. Sometimes we don't water it. And it kind of got me in trouble because, it said that sometimes we don't water it. And my wife's like, why are you not watering the plants? Yeah. That's why they're dead. Yeah. I'm like, I'm adjusting people. I'm not watering the plants. But yeah, it came up in the ad, and I don't think she even mentioned it until the ad hit her.
Yeah.
And then she saw it, and she watches it, and then she's like, hey, y'all aren't watering the plants? I'm like, that's what you got from the video tour? Is that we're not watering the plants? But it was a great video. It worked out really well. But we've split tested fabricated stuff and unfabricated organic stuff. And I would say, what, 8 or 9 out of times?
Yeah, so
8 or 9
most
out
of
of
the
10.
stuff, 8 or 9 out of times, organic works better than, fabricated, planned videos. And because people want to watch, the real you. People want to watch, like, what you really have to say. Like you said, if you bump into a wall and you're like, people want to see that.
Sometimes it's funny just to let come out.
Just let it come out, But yeah, it's like it's organic, it's genuine.
Yeah, I mean, like even in this video, we're gonna let's bleep.
Yeah, we'll bleep
I'm like,
that.
Or unbleeped. Shit. And it's like sometimes the bleep is funny.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Funny. Bleep it. People.
So speaking on stages, I remember someone said that there is, if you can say 2 curse words in a speech, it increases your trust factor by they said 20%. Of course, I don't know what that real statistic is, but it is kind of true when somebody curses while talking to you, not curses at you, but curses in general. It is kind of like, all right, I'm not getting a fake person,
Yeah.
That's not to say that everybody needs a curse in order to build trust. Please don't just go throwing some words.
Don't throw in curse words in all your ads now.
Yeah.
That's not our goal here.
Yeah. Yeah. Time to time, but you're not like a potty. Yeah. Not cursing at us. Yeah. But no, I mean, it's never good to curse at people unless it's like, you, Dennis. It's just building trust, and everything's about trust. But then going back to the content, so we filmed some content literally right before this, okay? And when filming it, we were talking about, we were filming it for TikTok, and even whether that video is for TikTok or a short or anything like that, this was a video that's for a TikTok ad for my office. And we were talking about how make sure to get the angles. Like you'll see that my fingers are running down the spine slowly and it's moving with the camera. You'll see that we're getting up close to the adjustment, and you're getting the movement in the neck, and you're hearing the noise. And then angles and movement, and then it'll be a quick clip, almost montage of the adjustment to grab enough attention, and then people want to click on it. Well, you only have so much time to actually show something to the public with an ad. Then they're going to go to a landing page, and landing page will have more trust or information that we can do. So.
Yeah, and then like when you're filming these videos, I like to think of it like try to fit as much as you can into 60 seconds because that's probably the attention span of somebody. If you're capturing their attention, they're watching it, it's probably going to be 60 seconds before they scroll off to a new video. So.
And if you're with us past 60 seconds, you're the real MVP.
Exactly.
Hopefully our editing was great, thanks to Shiloh.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. We were talking about it even before because we were talking to Shiloh, our editor, about editing and changing stuff, and you were talking about like almost everything is like they put the logo or the intro and you want to focus on it, but it's what you think you're supposed to do, we do, and it's not what needs to be done, right? And it's like most people want to start their video out saying, "Hi, I'm Dr. Devan with Bigfoot Marketing," and I haven't said it, but now I finally said it, but it's not necessary in the video. It really isn't. Like, it's not necessary to say I'm Dr. Devan with Bigfoot Marketing because, especially if it's with ads or content in general, because it's going to be posted on a platform that has your logo on it, that has your name on it, and the name itself can pop up in the bottom. You don't have to waste that time to say that. It can be, there was a video that Shiloh edited with us, and it said, what did it say? It said Dennis Knackley. Not an actual doctor. And then even mine, not a real doctor, but a chiropractor. We would get some crap for that, but it'd be funny.
I could forge a doctorate degree if
I wanted. You know what?
We
can. It's 2022. There's so much great graphic designers out there. So no intro, like we talked about, not necessary.
No intro.
The logo itself doesn't really need to be in the beginning.
You don't need a logo. I mean, your logo is probably in your little profile pic anyway, so there's no reason to have.
But think about, what is the logo really doing for that 3 to 5 second part of that 60 seconds? Like, what can I do? What else could I do for 5 seconds that would give more information for trust?
I'll be honest. Logos in general, unless you're like Nike or this awesome brand, I feel like they're almost pointless.
They're getting pointless.
Yeah.
Your brand is becoming more of your experience and your personality and what you do. Like our logo, we'll rebrand our logo for Unity, but we're only going to barely change it. And
slight change.
And really a logo just needs to be recognizable if you squint your eyes. Like you think about the Apple logo, if you squint your eyes, you can still recognize it's an apple. But fun fact about Apple, you know how it's got a bite into it?
Yeah.
The bite is so that you can't think it's a tomato. So they put a bite in it.
Nice.
Did you know that?
No, I didn't know that.
That's crazy, right? You think about it's literally an apple, but they were like, we got to distinguish it.
Yeah.
A bite.
That's smart.
And that's how they know it's an apple. You can't bite a tomato like that.
Smart.
I mean, Bigfoot could.
Bigfoot can bite whatever he wants.
If people could see Bigfoot. He's over to the corner here.
Bigfoot
There's an actual
swallow socks and sponges and
My
still
dog.
be okay.
You want it to be recognizable, whether you have your glasses on or glasses off, blur, squint, whatever. You need it to be simple. It doesn't need to be crazy. And they say to actually not have more than 2 colors in a logo. Like,
really?
2 colors is as much as you want it to be.
It makes sense because you don't want to overly complicate the logo to where it's like, all right, what's going on in this?
Even ours is shades of colors.
Yeah.
It's just black and brown.
Simple.
You don't have to do too much. Your logo doesn't have to go crazy.
You don't have to overcomplicate it to where people are like, all right, what even am I looking at anymore? And that's kind of what it's gotten to.
Big fact though, when you're naming a business, and it's good to name the business with some type of dialogue that you can continue on and on and on. And then when you start a business, you want to make sure that you don't make it just about yourself. And I say this because I almost named my practices Arm and Family Chiropractic or Arm and Arm Family Chiropractic. Sounded cool. Arm and arm, 2 arms locked.
Sounds kind of cool.
Sounds cool.
That sounds cool.
But what about when it's not about Dr. Armin?
Yeah.
And I didn't even go by Dr. Armin. I never go by Dr. Armin.
Let me counter that real quick. It almost sounds like Armin sounds like just a cool name. You might not know it's like an actual name. You know what I mean? Like,
but that's not even how you pronounce my name. It's Armand.
Yeah, you know, like Adidas.
There's so many problems with what I was
Adidas
thinking. Like, what an idiot. Like, I'm talking to myself from the past. You're stupid. Like, somebody back there is like, I was going to name it my business. And like, but what were you saying? Adidas?
Yeah, Adidas. The 2 founders originally in Italy. One's name was Addy, other one Dus. They combined their names to Adidas. This awesome brand.
So it's not all I do is dream about soccer?
Exactly.
Or all I do is dream about sports? That's not what it stands for?
No.
See, I didn't know about Adidas, but that's what I heard.
Yeah.
I didn't bring that up, but now that's interesting.
Yeah.
We're dropping facts. I wonder if there's going to be naming the business was something that was hard. So if you make it about yourself, you also have to understand that in 3 years, 5 years, 6 years, 10 years, however long the business is going, if it's made about yourself and you're always having to be in it and it runs off of yourself and there's no dialogue but your actual self, you have nothing to build upon.
It's going to be relevant still.
Bigfoot Marketing, the company you've been searching for. We want to stand out. We don't want to fit in. The dialogue can keep going with that. Unity Chiropractic was you can't spell unity or you can't spell community without unity. We're building your health from your brain down your spinal cord from inside and out, bringing unity between your entire body. There's lots of different things we could do with unity. It was just, the main one was, or we said working hand in hand for your optimal health. There's so many things you can do with the word unity.
Yeah.
But nobody can name their practice unity because I took it.
It also kind of can change depending on what the, you do chiropractic.
Yeah.
But then Steve Jobs and Apple, right?
Yeah.
It's much easier to associate the genius of the iPhone to one guy.
Yeah.
But they
but
they
it's
don't
a
actually
whole
need him to be there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then unity itself, Apple started with a computer, right? But Apple has Apple phones, Apple, watches, Apple.
Everything's Apple.
Apple computers, Apple, AirPods. Well, what if it's Unity Chiropractic, then we have Unity Health Center, and we have a Unity neurology clinic, a Unity, whatever we want to do.
You can branch out and you're not confined to that one name to where it doesn't go relevant later.
And even the logo has just its swoosh and a hand, and it works out just fine.
And you can simplify it even further.
No work for anything.
Yep. But so what is the solution for all these small businesses? How can they get awesome content? What's their mindset they need to be in?
So
what do they need to do?
We talk about this. It's maybe 1 out of 25 doctors are going to, because we're talking about chiropractors, that was the subject of making content. So 1 out of 25 docs are going to be great on camera, can dance like a monkey like me. But what do you do if you're not the charismatic, jump, great on camera type person? And it's if you stop for a second, you remember you're not trying to just sell you're selling your product and what you do. So you can sell your passion towards the service. You can build trust on that. Maybe you can't talk with the camera and all that kind of stuff. Maybe you don't need to. Maybe what the answer would be is showing, almost when you watch that barista make a latte and they're into it and they're making the dog out of the foam, or they're you're wow, you haven't even tasted the coffee yet and you know that it's going to be good, right? Because the art about it. Well, chiropractic has an art to it. Show the art. Show the adjustment running down the hands, the smooth movement, the face that the docs make before they adjust it, the movement, the sounds, the angles. If you just focus on what you're actually showing, there is an art to that product and service that people are enticed to have. And then mash it up with the patient's testimony, and then you're going to have great results.
Yeah.
So
show what you're doing and mash it up with people's results and talking about how, their testimony basically.
Yeah.
So.
But don't show it from 7 feet away and, the same angle.
Yeah.
Walk up to it. Have somebody imagine they're right there with you, and it'll be so cool. There's a scene in Spider-Man where they're I think this is the one after.
I haven't seen it yet.
No, I haven't seen. This is the new one. This is the new one. No spoilers. I haven't seen the new one either. This is the one where Iron Man had already died.
Okay.
And he is going to get a suit, and he builds a suit, and then
they
zoom in on it.
About the Endgame.
I think it's Endgame.
Yeah,
I don't know if it's Endgame.
The one with Mysterio.
This is. I think it's Mysterio.
Yeah.
It's the Mysterio one. But they're building a suit. Well, they don't just show you the suit from 10 feet away being zapped and built in. They go close up. They zoom in on it. They drop this spider thing inside and they build it out. It's crazy. I watched this literally right before we got here, as I'm driving, because I shouldn't do that. Hopefully my wife isn't watching the whole thing. But it's crazy how the viewpoints, the shifting, the changing, it's an art of building the suit. Well, you can do the same thing with your adjustments.
Yeah.
And that's what I mean.
Yeah, show your art. That makes sense.
When a superhero's they're dressing in, it's if you zoomed out and you just filmed them changing, it's not cool. But when they're zipping up up close, and then the gloves are coming on, Batman's gloves are coming on, and that's what I mean.
It's the art of the angle.
Art of the angle.
Art of the angle.
Plays it for laughs at
Yeah.
Like in the beginning, it like shows him suiting up and it's cool, and then he comes back and it's way out and he's
Yeah.
struggling to take it off.
Exactly, and it's not funny. Like
Yeah.
it's not cool that way. It's not as exciting. If anything, it's funny to watch from far away. So how do we look from far away, adjusting versus close up? It looks cool close up. It looks awesome, like watching
More
someone's hand
interesting.
go across.
People want to watch it. So.
Yeah, that's the best example. That was definitely organic.
Yep.
I like that. We're gonna end it on that. That sound good?
Yeah.
Make your adjustment artistic, like a superhero outfit, and then your ads will blow up.
There you go.
It's a good end.
Nice.
I like
Like that? Was it filming?
it.